All right, I'm back.
It is time for the hour of power with the Heroic Vibration Podcast. What up with your YouTube and YouTube bust? It's your boy TripleCup Chuck and I'm up. And you're tuning in to the Vibration Podcast where we talk about Marvel, DC, comic books, anime, video games, and more. Welcome to my humble abode. Let's go. And before we get started on this thing, I just want to give a shout out to Console Corner. You know what I'm saying? I know that y'all had y'all found an episode and y'all was a upheld podcast. I love listening to y'all every week. You know what I'm saying? The community, not just the Xbox community, but the gaming community gonna miss y'all. I know that y'all still gonna be around doing y'all mixer thing and being on other podcasts. Hopefully one day I get some of y'all on the podcast with me. But you know what I'm saying? I just want to send my shout outs to y'all. You know what I'm saying? One love. You know what I'm saying? Today episode, we are bringing Black Lightning as the main topic. But for now, let's go ahead and get into these introductions. First and foremost, these I got two new people on here, guests. I got two new guests on this podcast today. You know what I'm saying? It's an honor. And you know what I'm saying? They love comedy just as much as I do. And you know what I'm saying? I can't wait to geek out, nerd out, be about this Revenge of the Nerd stuff. So you know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and get to these introductions. First, I'm gonna introduce 108 Dragon. Don't introduce yourself, let them know where they can find you at.
What up, peoples? What up, peoples? Thanks for having me. My man, TripleCup Chuck, baby. That's my dude right there. You can find me at 108 Dragons TV, all one word. It's the YouTube channel for all the gaming information, reviews, tech information, all that. Channel for the gamers, baby. Thanks for having me. Appreciate that.
Well, ain't nothing. Appreciate you for coming on. Next, we got somebody that should be a fighting champion around here with a name like this here. He has to be one of the greatest in these fighting streets. You know what I'm saying? It got, you know what I'm saying? For the people that can't take all this here, this is a brutal name. So I'm just letting people know ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? What's up with your let me beat Knuckles.
What up, everyone? What's up? Blake Knuckles here. It's good to be here. Shout out to my man Chuck here. Oh, TripleCup bringing a new upcomer like me down here into the family. So it's always good to talk all nerdy, don't matter what it is. Games, comics, movies, we love it all. We gotta appreciate and support our culture. You can find me on Twitter at Bloody Knuckles or on my show on Saturday in the afternoons on the Smash Podcast.
That's what's up. That's what's up right there, man. Appreciate you for coming on this thing. You heard me? Hey, look. Last but not least, we got some more people that might hop in. You know what I'm saying? Got Savage Carter, you know what I'm saying? He gonna probably be in this thing later. Kano has some personal business to take care of. But we got our other established member that's a guru in his Injustice 2. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Matter of fact, I ain't gotta say his name. He already know who I'm talking about. Man, go on, introduce yourself.
Yo, it's the Xbox Goes Kaleidoscope. Back up in this motherfucker, yo, on the Heroic Vibrations Podcast. And right now, I'm actually getting my ass handed to me in Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown.
No,
and the only reason being is because I was playing Injustice 2 all fucking day, and this shit is throwing my timing off, bro. It's throwing my timing off.
I mean,
but yeah, y'all can reach me on my YouTube channel at Kaleidoscope and on Twitter at DirectX minus the. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to say the fraud because y'all already know what I'm talking about. And yeah, let's get busy with this, man. Let's get lit.
Let's do this. Now, say Dragon, I just want the world to know, like what you've been playing and what you've been up to before we get started. You know what I'm saying? I just want the people to just know a little bit about you, just what you've been up to and stuff. Let the world know what's been out.
I ain't gonna name the obvious game, that PUBG, but I am gonna get into this. That goddamn Call of Duty is back, man. And I don't like the World War II ever. I think every developer has beat the hell out of the World War I, World War II. them damn guns that look like the reticles was painted on the scopes. It was crazy. But you know what? They have made a complete U-turn. Sledgehammer Games did a great job with Call of Duty World War II, and I've been busting a lot of people head to the white meat. I've been enjoying the hell out of that, and of course that PUBG, because I'm a competitive bastard, and I just love the competitive nature of competing with my fellow gamers. Those are the two games I've been going hard on.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Anything that in particular you've been watching or something? Just what I'm saying, just a little hint of what else you be doing besides for gaming.
I saw the Star Wars movie. I almost shot myself in the face, but I saw it.
No, you're wrong for that.
Yeah, it's my least favorite Star Wars. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Oh man, that's cool.
But movies are subjective, though. I could say it's one of my favorites.
You know what?
I can't front.
Let me tell you why it's not one of my favorites. If anybody read the comic books back in the days, you know, after Darth Vader got bodied and the Emperor was dead, Luke Skywalker went across the galaxy tearing ass. And in that movie, he was a bitch ass. I can't do that. I can't know his history and then watch that movie and go, what just happened?
But that stopped being canon once Disney bought the Star Wars license, bro.
Yeah,
that became Star Wars Legends. It became Star Wars Legends.
Exactly. And
Kylo Ren.
Me and you've had this conversation.
He assassinated a whole village of people in the first movie. I don't want to hear that.
Hey, but you gotta think this, okay? And Dragon, me and you've had this conversation before. That yes, in the books and everything that came in the Legacy era after what happened in Episode 6, yes, that Luke had become one of the strongest and most powerful Jedis, more so than Anakin and Darth Vader ever was. And we know what he founded on the New Republic with the New Jedi Order alongside everyone else. Especially think of when they did the story for Rogue One. That was originally done by what's the name of it? It was in the games that came out way before. You gotta remember that he was the one who gave the plans for the Death Star. It was Dark Trooper, that game series. Yeah. And he in the legacy books became one of the most powerful second Jedi, only to Luke, and helped him with the New Jedi Order. However, as he was saying, when Disney bought the rights to Star Wars, it wasn't George Lucas's story anymore because they were mad about the way that he just openly licensed it. Yeah, that means that there was a lot of stories out there, but all of that was canon, not non-canon at the same time because it was going all over and everything was conflicting because there were so many people who were writing.
Did Chewbacca get killed by a moon?
Yeah, exactly. But you got to think too.
Let me say this: you trying to tell me Rey's power scares the most baddest motherfucking Jedi in the galaxy?
Well, you gotta think this, okay? Because
we don't know how much power she got, yo.
Exactly.
And plus, she tapped into both sides. Luke was taught not to tap into the dark side. She went inside that dark pit without even thinking twice. That's why Luke was scared. He was like, yo, you ain't even think about it.
Because of the fact that it was raw. He had a little bit of training because Yoda helped him kind of define it, and Obi-Wan gave him the guidance at the beginning. She had this natural
She's raw. She's raw. I get it.
Exactly. Yeah, and when you have something so raw and strong like that, it don't matter how trained you are before. That's terrifying. Because look at what happened with Anakin back before. Everyone saw his potential, but because of the fact of his age and he had no guidance, they were scared of what he would become. That's what Yoda said to Qui-Gon before they originally took him, and when Obi-Wan said, "Let me be his master." They said that before. It's happened in the books and in the movies. And that's exactly what Luke was saying, is that hypocrisy and hubris is the failure of the Jedis. And it showed repeatedly throughout the history.
Well, hey, we know.
Bloody fully understood it, yo. That's what's up.
Hey, I guess your boy Lemon needs to get our encyclopedia because that shit, I was mad.
But think too. Were you expecting Emperor Strikes Back? Honestly, were you expecting Emperor Strikes Back?
Yes.
Okay, see that right there is one of the problems because everyone was hyped for A Force Awakens because it was basically its own copy of A New Hope. But you got to think too. Remember this: Rian Johnson wrote the story for Force Awakens, and Last Jedi before Force Awakens even came out. Everyone, when they saw Force Awakens, said, oh my God, it's just a New Hope. So that means that Last Jedi is just going to be a redo of Empire Strikes Back because everyone loved Empire Strikes Back. No, they had to do their own story, and the changes that they made were necessary. Yes, there were some changes that even I have issues with, like about Snoke and some other things. However, the changes that they needed were set for the story of the new characters. Luke, Leia, Han, all them, their stories are done, but they're helping to guide the new stories for Poe and Rey and Finn. This is their story, along with Kylo. That's how how it all ties into the Skywalker saga.
Yo, bloody! If you think about it, this movie made Kylo a man.
He's like an expensive security guard.
Well, hey, look, hold on.
I like his character.
That's crazy. But look, hey, before we go too far, man. Before we go too far,
the heroic vibrations.
we got to get in here. So Bloody Knuckles, we probably know what you've been up to, because man, you know that like you got every dictionary. That was crazy. And what you been up to and what you been playing? Let us know something about you, what you been doing.
Man, you know, doing like any of us out here, making that hustle, working, trying to make that money, as well as, you know, gaming on the side here with everyone in the panel over here. You know, we always on that PUBG, but every time now and then I gotta get in my single player games. Finished up Wolfenstein not that long ago. If you haven't played that, you got to, man. Like, they did a great job with the reboot and just finishing up Assassin's Creed and doing all that good stuff. Other than that, just watching whatever TV shows and movies are coming out, man. Got to keep up.
Well, that's what's up. That's what's up. What about you, Kaleidoscope? What you been up to and what you been playing?
All right. Well, as I was saying, I just got my ass handed to me in Virtua Fighter 5 Final Showdown. We was playing actually virtual on Ontario Tantrum a little while ago, and playing Injustice 2 all morning. Finally got that Final Fantasy 15 sword that's in Assassin's Creed Origins. Bugged out mission, side mission. It's pretty dope. And hopefully getting on some PUBG pretty soon, man.
Man, whenever.
And as far as watching shows, I'm watching. I actually started watching Black Mirror. Everybody kept telling me Black Mirror, Black Mirror. So I was like, all right, let me check out Black Mirror. My daughter was like, yo, check out the first episode of Black Mirror season 4. It'll trip you out. I saw it. That shit had me bugging. All right. So
yo, man.
Like, okay.
You were not wrong, because people be saying, man, Black Mirror is like the Twilight Zone for the new generation, for the technical era. And it's some trippy shit because it makes you think. Because think about what Twilight Zone was back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%.
That's what's up. Well, since we got everybody, you know what I'm saying, knowing what's going on with us, what we've been watching and what we've been doing, I'm gonna hit everybody with a you know, this is what I call my lighthearted question, where it just kind of like just bring the kid back in everybody and just open up their mind to just think about some wild and crazy stuff. So the first question I want to ask the panel is, like, if you was a superhero and you was fighting a villain that you couldn't physically outfight him or outpunch him, you had to outthink him, you had to outcraft him, but to defeat him, you couldn't do it alone. So you had to get somebody else to put on your team. What be the smartest person that you think that could help you out in a unfightable situation that you had to think? Who would be the smartest person? It could be in the MCU, or it could be in the what they call it, DECU or whatever, the DC. But
the DCEU and the MCU.
Yeah, the DCEU. Yeah. So it could be one out of each, or just one from both sides. So matter of fact, I'm gonna start with one of my guests. I'm gonna start with you, Dragon. Like, who would you choose to help you out on a journey like this?
It would be the baddest dude in DC, the smartest dude in DC. Goddamn Batman. That's what you do. Dude is smarter than everybody. He got a remedy to kill everybody. He got a remedy backup plan if you go crazy. He know how to lock your ass up. Batman, that's a no-brainer. There ain't nobody else to choose. He's smarter than everybody in both goddamn companies.
Nah. I disagree, but it's all good. I'll get into mine later on.
I was gonna say, Kaleidoscope, I got one too, right there.
Yeah, mine was Batman. Hey, mine was Batman too. So
Batman's a bad.
Everyone goes to Batman.
He sprayed Superman with enough kryptonite just to make him human, so he could beat his ass. Who figured that out?
I'll tell you. You want to know who figured that out? I'll tell you. Alfred. Alfred has beaten Superman's ass with kryptonite before.
Yeah.
I think everybody got a little piece of Superman. Though.
I think Alfred got the Fountain of Youth because that motherfucker old as shit.
Hey man, that motherfucker don't stop though.
Yeah, Alfred a bad motherfucker.
He like Morgan Freeman. You know what I'm saying? Ever since I've been knowing him, he was old. As a child.
Yeah, that's crazy. that's just plain disrespectful.
All right, so what about you, Bloody Nugget? Who would you choose?
I got one for you. Who I would take isn't a hero. I would take Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom is probably one of the smartest men in all of the MCU. Has outthought gods. Has actually went back in time to the beginning of the universe and created foundations for an entire cult and brought universes to their knees. If anyone can outthink anyone, it's Dr. Doom.
Yo, I can't fault you on that.
That's crazy. Yeah, I didn't even think about no villain.
Right, he made it strong too.
Exactly. Think about it. When he became the outsider in Secret Wars, and realized that when he went back to try and stop the cult of the outsider, and realized that he was the foundation when he went back to the beginning of the creation of the universe with the Watchers, and that he was the foundation for all that, he created the Secret Wars and Battle World and brought universe together to destroy them because of the fact that he was that strong. No one could handle him.
Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, when you put it like that, that really makes sense. But I still go with Batman.
No doubt, man. That is true though. Now that Disney bought the MCU, I mean, DC bought Fox. Yeah, we'll finally see Dr. Doom eventually, people. The real Dr. Doom.
Look, exactly, the real Dr. Doom. But one thing that we're definitely going to see with that is I can guarantee that we're going to see the rise of the Illuminati with Mr. Fantastic, Iron Man, Captain America, Doctor Strange. They already got all the
Professor X for the Xbox.
Exactly. The only thing that they are missing right now was Professor X, and mainly Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. With that in place, now they have the foundation for the Illuminati. So I guarantee they could do it after Infinity War 2, because remember at the end of the Infinity War in the comics, when Adam Warlock came and fought Thanos and injured him when he went back in time, only Adam Warlock and Iron Man remember what happened, so they were prepared, and that's when they got the Infinity Stones back. So I guarantee that's where it's going to set the foundation for.
That's plausible. That's really plausible. So what about you, Colada? Who would you choose?
The character I would actually use is Black Panther, the only other character in the MCU that used the Infinity Gauntlet. Black Panther is hell intelligent. He's up there with the top dudes like Reed Richards, also part of the Illuminati. All right, and plus they have that steel called vibranium. Superman can't break no vibranium. Thor can't break no vibranium. Know what I'm saying? And that shit is using nanotech. Yo, this dude is basically the Batman of the MCU. All right, but just with fucking next future generation tech. All right, let's just say his technology is way ahead of fucking what Tony Stark is doing. Tony Stark is last generation. His shit is next gen.
But also think too, man, the man's a king too.
Yeah, dude, the guy rules a freaking nation, bro.
Exactly.
He got an entire army at his disposal with all that technology. Man, that Black Panther movie gonna be so lit.
Bro, you already know. You already fucking know.
Yeah, then if they then with Disney purchasing Fox, that's gonna give them an opportunity to just not just bring in more characters, but just the Easter eggs they could drop into the shows, just to say, look, taste this here. Even if like Reed Richards don't be in the show, they might just name drop them, or they might have a character just doing the same thing Reed Richards doing. You'll be like, I think that's
right about that.
So like
think about it.
Yeah.
You remember Winter Soldier? That thing where all the helicarriers was targeting people at the end?
Right.
Two of the people that they were targeting, one was Stephen Strange in New York City, bro. Right? This is well before Doctor Strange came out.
Yep.
Damn, see?
They've been dropping things since the beginning on hints, and we seeing it, and every time, man, they're always adding a little something to point at something else.
Yeah. Right. Hey, remember Iron Man 2, the Captain America shield he was messing with? He's all just
what's Marvel? And this is why, you know, before they got into the movie side and they started just basically renting people, because they still own the characters. They don't have the rights to do the movie side. Okay. But because people get that misconstrued, like they didn't sell the X-Men. They just can't make the X-Men movies because they gave the movie rights to them.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? But being sitting on the sidelines, being upset, watching people fuck up their franchises. Fox.
Yeah.
They have taken the time to get great writers, think ahead of the game. That's why their universe is popping and it works. Even from the first Thor. Yeah, that was the first Thor, but they introduced one of the stones. People didn't know that was a stone. You understand? Yeah. They thought out the plan and they're executing properly. DC has already given up and said, we're not going to try to combine movies.
Yeah,
now they're wanting to focus on single stories, and that's what they should have done from the beginning, because that they tried to rush to catch up too much, and that was their problem. And we saw the kind of conflicts that they were controlling. Because look at what happened with Justice League. Yeah, it was great to see them all together, but they did so many variations on the characters, it didn't seem as organic. Now, I loved all the characters together. Like Jason Momoa's Aquaman is great. I give a lot of shit to Ezra Miller for his portrayal of the Flash, but he's not bad. It's just certain things. Like one, his running looks like he's skating. He's not even running. Like boy needs to do some.
Yo, how about
in the
that
track,
gay ass run at the end of the movie, yo? When he's running down the street, I'm like, what the fuck, yo?
He's not running. He's skating. That's what I'm saying.
No, Flash's best scene is when he was running. And Superman looked at him.
Like,
shit.
And he looked back at Superman like, what the?
But the way that they showed the characters is what bothered me. Like Jason Momoa did great. Gal Gadot has been knocking it out with Wonder Woman. Like I said, Ezra Miller, I give him crap, but I want to see him improve. But like right now, he's got a lot to do. And then the way that Ben Affleck showed Batman, like Batman's not that vulnerable. I was like, yeah, he's broken, but the way they made him, he's not charismatic. He's not this well endowed man that's been doing this for years. He just
well endowed.
Like,
whoa.
Yeah. Well, with his personality, man. Look,
well endowed, but
look, endowed can mean more than one thing, brother. You got your mind in your pants and not anywhere else. But you got to think that Batman. When they showed him in Batman v Superman, Batman had been doing this for what, 30 years, almost 40 years.
Yeah,
like he knows what he's doing. He's charismatic, but in here they showed him so awkward. That's not Batman. That's not Bruce Wayne.
Like, I ain't gonna lie though.
I think they try to make him more realistic.
The Batman scenes, he made that Batman versus Superman is shit because.
Oh no, ain't no arguments with Batman v Superman. He's just talking about Justice League, the way Batman was portrayed in Justice League.
Yeah,
Batman v Superman, he came off breaking motherfuckers in that warehouse, yo.
Exactly. And in this movie, he couldn't even take down a single one of the insects, bro. Like he couldn't take out a single Capra demon.
Batmobile fell apart real quick.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you know what? I didn't like the movie, so I don't care what.
I enjoyed.
I think I'm the only person that liked the movie.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed the action. Exactly. I enjoyed the action scenes. I enjoyed the cinematography and everything else. But it has its issues where the way that they did the characters. That was one big thing.
They made it like a summer blockbuster hit more than like
a foundation for a universe.
Right. Well, let's go ahead and segue to this next topic. You know what I'm saying? Since we talking about the chopping block and stuff like that. So y'all know it's that time of the year where like the TV shows, they get their renewals for the next season. So we're gonna get this season here, but now they're gonna talk about if shows gonna get renewed. Some of the shows is kind of iffy, they might not make it. You know what I'm saying? They got some of them I don't want to name because I want to see what y'all gotta say. I gotta pick y'all brains. Like what shows y'all think out of the pretty much like the Marvel and the DC TV shows, like okay, Netflix and Hulu, we gotta like kind of like sit them to the side because they work on their own heartbeat. Theirs don't be nowhere near like the network shows, like the ABCs and the CW shows. So I'm gonna start off with you, Bloody Knuckles. Like all the shows, who you think that might get chopped?
Honestly, as much as I enjoyed it in the beginning, the way it's been riding out, I honestly think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is finally going to hit the chopping block. And after season 4, it was very rocky, especially after the season finale for season 3. And what's been going on has just not been up to what was in the first 2 seasons. Like, I love that they made the foundation for the Inhumans, but we saw how quickly that movie and that foundation for that show got cut off real quick. So I think it's coming around for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Other than that, a lot of the CW shows have still been hitting their stride. They're still kicking, so I don't think they're going to get cut. And even with the flop that was, for some people, Iron Fist, I don't think that it's going to get dropped because it set up some really good stuff to come in the Netflix shows for Marvel. So if anyone's really going to get dropped, I honestly think it's going to be Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay. All right. What about you, Dragon?
Well, I don't really know if certain shows like I haven't been watching my Shield, Agents of Shield, because when I go to Cody it, them fucking episodes are all over the place. But I like Agents of Shield. I think it gives you the drama, but I don't know. I haven't watched it recently. Have they still been tying it in with like the movies? Because I thought that was dope. When they always reference what happened in the movies,
they were, and then they were kind of doing their own thing, and the way that they've been doing their own, the way that they've been doing their own thing is not working. Like in season 4 when they introduced Ghost Rider, it's cool, but the way that they were portraying Ghost Rider was kind of
little. And they used the Mexican Ghost Rider, right? They didn't use.
Yeah, they used the Mexican Ghost Rider.
That was the one came after Johnny Blaze.
Right, and I don't understand why would you go there and nobody knows that comic like that, not on a general basis, because I don't even know that comic. That's crazy.
And here's the thing though, is that the Mexican Ghost Rider that came after Johnny Blaze is great, but the thing is that he doesn't have enough foundation. Yeah, I get where they're showing like a lot of other characters. However, they need a good strong base for them first.
They should have did him like they did the Punisher on Daredevil season 2.
Exactly.
Well, I think if they went away from tying it into the movies, which was a strong suit, because you're like, oh shit, because usually that never happens. Nobody ties anything on TV to any movie that comes out. So if they went away from that, then they done. They might as well stick a fork in them, definitely. But that's the only one I could see, because I watched The Flash. I thought DC, what's that thing called? The traveling dudes. What's some dudes called, man?
Legends of Tomorrow.
I thought that was gonna get cut because I think that shit was trash. But it's really recently stepped up its game. It's getting pretty good.
It did.
See, and a lot of people hate on Legends. And the first season, I'll say, it had its rocky points. But
it did.
But the thing is,
the
the second season they stepped up their stride. Yeah, it was great having Rip Hunter around. But then once they let the characters really off the leash and go wild, they started bringing in so many more obscure characters and heroes that people don't know, that hardcores like us get excited about. And now we're really getting to see them shine. Like, people don't know who the JSA was. They don't know the Justice Society. That was the foundation during World War II era for what became the Justice League.
Right. But they have to, I know everybody came home back in the days and watched the Super Friends, right? But outside of that, DC ain't got no fan. It's like saying, I had told somebody one day, Fantastic Four is like C-level superheroes. They can't do shit separately. They only can fight as a team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it ain't like you got the X-Men and Wolverine's gangster. He's not even the most powerful X-Men, but everybody loves him because of his attitude. But, they don't have that foundation. It's like the Avengers without the Hulk and Thor don't mean shit. Let's just keep it official. That's why they took him out of Civil War, because if you have Hulk or Thor on your team, whoever team you're on is going to win. You know what I'm saying? Like Captain America. Is he really gangster? He can't even beat goddamn Black Panther. I mean, so you need a certain foundation, and that's what I think DC was lacking. Like, I like the Flash back in the days, but the new Flash I really think is dope.
Exactly.
Players role.
I think the writers they got for the shows, they need them for the movies, because I didn't like Wonder Woman either.
You tough on them now. Tough on them now. Wonder Woman.
No. And I'm gonna tell you why. Growing up, we all know we ran home to watch some boobs, homie. You know what I'm saying? Homegirl's doing a great job. I'm not saying she's not, because she's definitely playing the part. She is kicking ass as Wonder Woman. But the movie, if you look at it, did it really explain what the hell was going on? I thought the dude that was sniffing poison was
Ares.
Ares, and they never explained who he was, unless y'all could tell me something different.
He was one of Ares' pawns. He was a pawn of Ares, yo.
Yeah, that's all it was.
Sniffing poison gas.
I mean,
Ares was whispering that into that chick with the messed up face and shit, Miss Poison or whatever the hell her name was. Yeah. He was whispering like all the techniques for that in order to give it to this dude and whatnot.
Yeah, well, before I forget, say Dragon, I got some good news for you about the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. They supposed to have the episode released at the same day as Black Panther, and it's supposed to have some tie-in.
Yeah. That's what I like.
See, they always do, because they did that with every episode. They did that with Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier,
yeah. They did it with
that was crazy, yo. I didn't see that coming.
Yeah, I mean, that's what kept me involved. But if they moved it, like I said, I haven't watched it because they kind of lost me with the Ghost Rider stuff. But if they keep tying it in, because the Marvel Universe is popping. So if you take your TV show and revolve it around that, it keeps your fan base interested. Those are not billion-dollar movies for no reason.
Yeah, but the thing is, the show's got to step up the way that they're doing things. That's the thing, is that they've been kind of lacking since the end of season 3, and when the way they did season 4 with the Ghost Rider, like they really had to turn it around, because Marvel's movies have been popping, but their TV shows have been kind of all over the place. Like Agent Carter with Peggy, those 2 seasons of that show were phenomenal, because the girl who plays Peggy Carter is a dime piece, bro, and she's a phenomenal actor. She killed that part. Yeah. But we saw that over time, the characters that are in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. have slowly been back and forth. Like they need to step up the writing for that to turn it around.
Yeah. They did good
when Fence went bad, and it was
great writers for TV. Great writers for TV, and then the movies.
Exactly. They need to step up with the writing team, because that's the problem that we're seeing with the DC, is that it's the opposite. Like we said with the CW shows, man, Greg Berlanti and his writing team have written such a phenomenal universe between Arrow, Flash, Legends, as well as including Supergirl and everything that they've been doing.
Yeah,
and have
the crossovers are dope.
Exactly,
I like Supergirl. I like Supergirl.
Exactly. A lot of people gave Supergirl a little hate in the beginning, but they, like I said, they built it solid.
Hey, but know what?
Now it's a monster.
She the #1 show on CW.
Mm-hmm.
They just announced Supergirl. Blew my mind.
Oh shit, that's what's up.
I ain't gonna lie, I watch Supergirl,
and she's like Melissa Benoit has been amazing. She's amazing as Supergirl. Like the first season, she was just coming into it, really getting her feet with it. And as soon as season 2 came around, I saw significant improvement. And especially
they brought her to CW. That's why she was on the other.
They changed that
right. And you know,
that's why.
You know why though? It's because originally when they was still on the CW or on the CBS, the studio that was writing her stuff was still going through Greg Berlanti. His team was still helping. It was going through his production company, but it was on another channel. That's why we had the crossover between Supergirl and the Flash way back in the day. And then after that, when they said that maybe this isn't the right show for our station, that's why he pitched it over to CW and had them kind of take it under his universe with the Arrowverse and shit.
Right. So say Kalana. So what about you? Who you think gonna get on the chopping block and get their head cut off?
Dude, Inhumans. All right, that's not coming back for a second season, bro.
It's not even coming around for a first season, bro. It already got canceled.
No, I'm saying is like, they already finished out that season. They had their season finale and everything. It was only going to run half a season before Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. picked up the second half of the year. You know what I'm saying? So Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is back and whatnot, and like they're going to be tying into Black Panther, and I don't know, something is telling me they're going to tie into Infinity War as well. So I don't know. I have a feeling that's what's going on, because why would they only do half a season? Know what I'm saying? I mean, because they wanted to give an opportunity to Inhumans. Nah, I'm thinking they had some things planned and they wanted it to come out the same day and date with all these other movies. You know what I'm saying? But in humans, yeah, that's gonna hit the chopping block. And as far as like Iron Fist is coming back. All right, Netflix already announced that they're working on Iron Fist season 2.
I mean,
and they stepping up their game.
That's what they need to. Like, here's the thing: is nothing was wrong with Finn Jones. It's just a lot of the choreography was done at the last minute, so it wasn't polished, and just the way that that a lot of people complained about the way that he was portraying Iron Fist. Well, that's how he is. He was a rich white boy, but the thing is,
but he's getting his ass whooped all the time.
Exactly. So
that's the problem. He's Iron Fist. Iron Fist don't get his ass beat like that. Dude is getting his ass whooped.
Well, he did it. He did. Remember, he did before he got the costume. We never saw the costume, and that's a good thing because he doesn't. I don't think he's gonna be in that until he actually finds a stop. Because remember,
how about that episode 2 of the Defenders, man? Or episode 3 when Iron Fist was in that tower where Sigourney Weaver and all those dudes started whipping on his ass. Yo, Iron Fist started showing who the hell Iron Fist was.
Exactly.
For about 30 seconds.
Well, I mean,
that wasn't no 30 seconds, man. That was like 5 minutes, yo.
Yeah, I don't like Jessica Jones.
I like Jessica Jones.
I love Jessica Jones. Yeah,
Jessica Jones is the shiznit, bro.
Yo, man, I can't see it though.
More drama,
man. It's like I know, right? The drama is just like wow.
Exactly.
The enemy dude was crazy.
Just think about it. Just think about it. Triple Cup. It was a dude that had raped her over and over again, and she couldn't stop it.
Because of the fact that he had control of her mind. Because
exactly, bro. That's like imagine if Professor X was bad.
Yeah, and think about this Triple Cup. The thing is, his power wasn't even the fact that he was really controlling her mind. Is his suggestions created the aura around him to make people do what he wanted.
Yep.
That still don't make.
He told that dude, he's like, stand there for the rest of the night.
No good fight scenes. If Professor no good fight scenes though.
He would be like, Jean Grey, I want you to lick Wolverine's blades.
And you know what?
How does that taste?
Jean Grey might have actually done it, but she's one of the few. She was one of the few people besides possibly Professor X and
that would be able to break free from that.
Exactly, because of that, because of how strong the telepathy is.
Shit, right. He can't control Deadpool.
Dude, no one can control Deadpool. Exactly.
Yeah. The guy's crazy, yo.
Yo, look, and this is what listen, man. I don't want to sound like no DC basher, but when you got a dude, let's just keep it official. He's a C-level Marvel character. When he outperforms Batman versus Superman in the box office, you have a problem.
Deadpool.
Deadpool. He about to be. Two.
Yeah, he's a B. He's a B.
But look, he ain't no B. Wolverine is a B. Wolverine is a B, son.
Wolverine has proven that he's been able to take on some of the the strong people in the cosmic.
What I'm saying is, Wolverine is a B. He could barely throw a car. Let's just keep it official here.
Okay, you
talking about strength, power wise, but like Wolverine is an A-lister though when it comes to like superheroes and whatnot.
I mean, he can kick some ass, but if he fights,
you talking about power levels. Yeah,
if he ran up against, let's say, Thanos, what would he do?
No, Thanos would kill him and shit and leave his bones.
Exactly. So I'm talking about in terms of abilities.
But think about this though, that Wolverine had been atomized by a nuke, okay? Complete burn skeleton, everything down.
Yeah.
He was still able to regenerate from
he can regenerate
on his bone.
He can regenerate, but he can't lift shit. He's not strong.
I mean, actually, he is strong because of the fact that his strength was
his adamantium bones ain't gonna break, bro.
No, his bones don't break. So when Hulk
you can use him to prop up
something. He's fought Hulk and fucked up Hulk, but he's got his ass cooked too.
He's stabbed Hulk 100,000 times, and Hulk was throwing this motherfucker all over the place. He can't beat the Hulk. Technically, Hulk is the fucking supposed to be the most strongest.
Nobody could beat.
But you gotta think the reason no one could beat the Hulk is because as long as they whooping on him, he's only getting angry, which only keeps him going.
Unlimited strength
enrages him more. Yep.
I mean, the Hulk knocked out Galactus. This dude eat plant. Where's my other one?
But you gotta think that when he knocked out Galactus, he was in World Breaker Hulk mode, though.
I mean, I'm just saying. No. Let me get back to my point. What I'm saying is, Deadpool, right, is not somebody who sold tons of comic books.
No.
Big seller. But when he takes,
it's just the way the movie was done, though.
Right, it was excellent. When he takes Batman versus Superman numbers and steps on it, aka Boot versus Ant, that means DC got a problem. You just put your two heavy hitters up, and some C-level dude punished you.
I like that reference, though, man. Boot
It's
versus
bad,
Ant.
but that's bad because you got Batman, who's a bad motherfucker. You got Superman, who is the most powerful character y'all got. And
the most well-known.
Right. And Deadpool just punished you in the box office. There's a problem. That means they have a problem because that's not supposed to happen. And I ain't talking about the first 3 series with Christian Bale. Excellent movies, Batman. All 3 of them. Dope. Both Michael Keaton's. After that shit, it went left. That's why Michael Keaton said I ain't doing that. But I'm just saying we all know who the top DC characters are. It's Batman and Superman. That Deadpool shit should have never happened. You know what I'm saying? Wonder Woman is not even a box office seller. Everything's been about Superman and Batman. Deadpool should have never.
The Wonder Woman movie did more money than BVS. Wonder Woman did like 800 million.
Yep.
Yeah, she had to get a fair check for that Wonder Woman too.
Yes, it did.
Yes,
But look, I thought the Wonder Woman movie was decent, but when I kept hearing it was amazing and this and that, and when I watched it, me and my wife said this shit wasn't that good because we expected.
Well, but you got to think too that I see where you're coming from on that, Dragon, but you got to think that Wonder Woman was a solid film because it focused on Wonder Woman and her origins and was a solid knockout compared to what was in BVS. You got to think that when you're comparing it that way, it was a knockout. If you look,
no, it was a good movie. But what I'm saying, I heard people say it was amazing. This is better than Batman versus. I mean, so when I went into the movie and I watched it, I had an anticipation of like the first Avengers, understand, or Deadpool. And when I watched the movie, I said, "Oh, it was all right." I didn't feel that it wasn't amazing. Let's not get crazy. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it was all right. Like the first Wolverine. It was all right.
Yeah.
The second and third one.
I would say all movies are subjective, yo.
Right.
People got takeaways from movies and whatnot. I thought it was amazing personally, though, bro.
Yeah.
I like
an origin story. Think about the origin stories, man. Compare that to like,
it was
let's say like
America.
Superman, the original Superman. Dope origin story, man. Compared to Thor, way better than the first Thor movie, and I love Thor. That's like my favorite MCU character.
Yeah, no. It was better than Thor, no question. But like I said, my anticipation of watching this movie, I thought she was doing amazing shit, and she really didn't. Just because of what people were saying, not because the movie was bad. Because I enjoyed the movie, I own it in 4K. I got that because I don't buy no movie
unless it's good.
Because I watch movies over and over. Anything I can watch over and over. Like I will never buy Blade Trinity. Never. That shit was garbage. That was like
the first 2 Blades was
Oh, it was. I bought. Yo, listen. My wife been me. August make 24 years. I used to watch Blade when I went to sleep every night.
Wow.
The first one. I'm a real movie buff. Matrix, all that. Hardcore. I got a ton of movies in here, but man, I will never buy Blade Trinity. I'll commit suicide first. It's terrible. I'm sorry.
Leave that one on a dying note, then.
Hang on. Well, let me ask you this because I want to bring this up when you talk about that. With Blade and a lot of the other comic book movies that came well ahead of time that didn't really get big because of the fact that people just weren't ready for comic book movies now.
Yeah.
What comic book movies would y'all want to see that have that second chance to step up and come around?
Spawn. Fucking Spawn, man.
Yo, Spawn is already coming though, so you late on that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No.
Spawn is coming, and it's being written and directed by the creator of Spawn, Todd McFarlane.
Yeah, Todd McFarlane is the man. He wrote the first one.
Exactly, and You know what? Here's the thing, though. He's not gonna make Spawn talk in the movie, and he's gonna let everything
dude, you
else.
saw that, didn't you?
Yeah, I saw that. He's not gonna have Spawn talking, and it's gonna be straight his guns and everything else that he do be his words.
The first Spawn movie was gangster. Then he did the HBO series. I own all of that shit. Todd McFarlane is a weirdo. You can't sell all that product and just disappear. You can't do that to your fan base. He has to come out swinging for the fences. And this dude, you know, all those geniuses, they have a little problem. You either like to sleep in the closet or you like little kids. There's always something wrong. Something wrong with Todd McFarlane.
Some weird ass dude. Yeah.
Because that first Spawn, man, with Michael Jai White was the shit. And then he came out with the HBO series, which was still the same shit we saw in live action. It was the same shit, the series. Remember, they just broke up the movie, but it was the same story, same shit.
Yo.
But how do you go from that to making a movie forever? We still ain't even got him in Mortal Kombat. Where's his character? I mean, what are you doing? Because Spawn is who made him. After Spawn, he made Todd McFarlane toys. Where the fuck is this? Where is he going with this? I'm confused. If anybody knows something I don't know, tell me. But I'm just saying.
It took forever for him to get a studio to back up his vision.
Yep.
He finally went with Blumhouse, the guys that put out what is it, The Conjuring and stuff like that. No, not The Conjuring. Anyway, like Saw and all that stuff. They went with Blumhouse.
Oh, Saw. That's the crew that they got the spike vines that makes their logo. Oh my god, I can't think of
Twisted Picture.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah. But
matter of fact, one of the directors from Blumhouse, what is it, James Wan? He's directing Aquaman now, yo.
Y'all think Aquaman gonna pop?
Yeah, I think so, man.
I mean, old ball playing a good role, but
dude, think about it. James Wan did a Fast and the Furious movie where one of the lead actors died, and he still delivered a great movie.
But when people die, something always sells because they're dead.
But you saw the movie, right? He did that shit good.
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
But I don't think it would have did $1 billion if Paul Walker didn't die. That shit did $1 billion.
Didn't the previous one do $1 billion?
No.
Yeah, the six just broke under $1 billion, and then even after 7, 8 still sold just as well, and they're already working on 9.
Yeah, they better.
The reason they make so much bank because it's a multicultural cast, yo.
I agree that you're right. Exactly. I can agree with you, Dragon, that I think that with what happened to Paul Walker, definitely helped push 7. But you gotta think though. Fast and the Furious had always had that big blockbuster racing momentum. Yeah. It didn't matter, man. It's always been pushing, bro.
Oh yeah. What about Tokyo Drift? It was damn near B movie.
Hey, look, man. The little country boy. Yeah, I can understand.
Yeah, look.
Hating on my boy Han. Don't be hating on my boy Han. And look, they still were able to take that movie and still put it into the overall story, bro.
No. True indeed. But you know that was like damn near straight to Blu-ray movie, right? I'm just saying. Man, but it was I own all of them. What you said?
I said you the Undertaker.
Yo, son, listen.
You killing everything.
No. I'm a fan of the series. But, you know, let's just keep it real. I'm a fan of the series. I love the whole series. I'm a Vin Diesel dude. Listen to me. What I'm saying is there's a chink in the armor, and that's the movie. That's the chink in the armor. There is no weak link in Harry Potter. There is no weak link in Lord of the Rings. Even The Hobbit didn't have a weak link. What I'm saying is in the whole Fast and Furious series, when you see Bow Wow as a lead actor, there's a problem. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Man, no doubt. I understand where you're coming from. But if you look at it, though, it wasn't a weak link, though, because the 3 eventually tied into the 5 and the 6 with the stuff with Han. You know what I'm saying? So eventually what became a weak link actually became a bonus, a benefit. All right? That help you flesh out these characters and whatnot later on.
Great writing. Great writing.
Mhm.
They fixed
Same
it.
writer. Same writer. The one that wrote the 3 wrote the 4, the 5, the 6, and the 7.
And I'm not knocking it. What I'm saying is, I'm a big movie buff, and I have serious criticisms. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
I can't criticize none of the Matrix. I can't criticize episode 1, 2, or 3. People's like, it was a love story, the second one. Well, how you think Luke was born? Like, you know, certain things people say don't make no sense, but I'm just telling you, we all know the weakest one was Tokyo Drift. The rest of them were blockbusters, but that shit was bullshit. I still own it.
Hey, but you
I
can say
understand
what
your
you will,
opinion, though.
but you gotta think too that what they did with Tokyo Drift, that was very accurate in the racing scene.
Dude, I love Tokyo Drift,
Oh, yeah.
man. The way they was drifting around them corners, that racing was on point, bro.
Yeah. And when he saw Country Boy first hanging out with Han, he's like, "Hey, I'm gonna show you how we do it out here."
Right,
He's like, "You gotta do it like." He's
yo.
like, "We don't talk shit." He's like, "We let the cars talk," and the way he drifted around them girls, and we're just like, "Yeah, what's up?"
Yo, look, I'm an Incredible
that's
Hulk,
what's
dude.
up.
It made drifting. Yeah, it made drifting famous.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go
on
ahead
some
move
shit.
on
I
to
can't
this-
front.
Let's go ahead and move on to this next topic. This one here kind of serious. So, you know what I'm saying? About y'all opinion about this here is about the Stan Lee and the sexual harassment charges he getting. That's something that was brought up from years ago. This is something that's supposed to be recently with him and his nurses. Now, from what I was told, yeah, I know, huh? I'm trying. So from what I was told, he had some nurses. They used to work for him, and he'll go take him a shower and come out and he'll tell them that he want to hear from them while he in the bed, and he'll go around graping on the women and grinding on them and stuff like that, and trying to dance around them and always doing sexual gestures. But from his standpoint, he's saying he didn't do this. They lying on him to get money, because if they wasn't lying, they would take him to court instead of trying to get him to pay him off. And on top of that, he left that company alone. He with another company, and everybody from that, all the nurses from that company is saying he's an outstanding man. You know what I'm saying? He's 95 years old. So that's something that should be on Bad Santa or some shit. But 95-year-old man telling his nurses he trying to get some out of them.
Can he even still get it up, bro?
Hey, look, I made a joke that it don't matter, man. That dude probably can't even smack it right because he's got some Michael J. Fox shaking over there going on. Hello, Parkinson's. But here's the thing, though. You gotta think but you gotta think through this that Stan Lee gets $1 million a month just for being Stan Lee, because he sold most of his properties, yet he still has a big point in Marvel. He doesn't have many shares in that company anymore, but they keep him around because he's the face of it. He gets money just for being him. Anyone who has a chance is going to take that money. We've seen it every time. We've seen this too, and I'm going to go a little out here. We saw this come up with the Straight Outta Compton movie. We saw it because of the fact that at that time, Dr. Dre didn't want to do the movie originally because he had problems with how he was back in the day. He knew that he was a woman beater and he had his problems, but he didn't want to do the movie because he didn't want to go through that again. Cube got him to stay on to tell his story. And after that movie came out and so big, what happened? All the women from back then was trying to get money out of him and saying that this, and that. He had already owned up to his crap. He already knew what he did back in the day, and he came out about it. But as soon as that movie came out and they didn't touch on it, they was trying to get money. So everyone is always trying to get some sort of money out of someone in some way they can. And he speaks truth. If they had a legitimate show of what he was doing back then, if that was true, then they would have taken him to court like some others are. But they just trying to get money.
No, this
is a big issue now in Hollywood, because it's a big issue now in Hollywood.
Exactly.
Big issues and a big name is going to happen to you.
Exactly.
Yo, I got to tell you something further. I saw a report this morning where they was talking about the Hollywood Reporter and Variety contacted Michael Douglas, his agent, about a story about some girl that used to work for him like 32 years ago and shit, stating that he had talked badly in front of her and all this stuff, and that he had whipped his shit out in front of her in order to get her to give him some head or some shit. And he was like, yo, that's a flat out lie. All right. This girl is just bitter because I fired her ass back then.
But you know,
right? And I've worked with several women. He's worked with a whole bunch of female producers. Half his films were produced by females and whatnot. The guy's never had any issues with females. But since this movement is going on now in the industry, right? Hashtag me too. You know what I'm saying? Well, everybody wants a piece of the pie. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, now's my time to get money.
And you're not wrong on that, but you got to think there are some legitimate claims, like with the whole shit with like Harvey Weinstein. No everyone's been saying about Harvey Weinstein for like the past 40 decades or the past 4 decades. Yeah, but I'm saying that everyone now is trying to use it as a platform to try and do something. There's some people who are legitimate, and everyone's trying to come out against someone. Because, like I said, everyone wants money. Now, I'm not knocking the movement itself because it's great for the people who have legitimate stories, and there's people who are coming out on it. But at the same time, there's some people who are trying to use it to do something else because they're always on some shady stuff.
But they gotta stop, son. You know, Stan Lee is a fucking legend. You know what I'm saying? It's like the bullshit with Bill Cosby. They took this dude can't walk and see. What the fuck you gonna do? Lock him up? And now when you go to court and find out they lying, are you locking up the chicks for false accusations? Everybody wants a check. Everybody wants to check. And I'm not saying people's claims are not worthy, you know what I'm saying, or warranted. But I'm saying, come on with this shit. One person talk about something, you know, the boy with Kevin Spacey comes out. That was true. Kevin Spacey said some bullshit apology. Listen, but now Terry Crews, oh, the director grabbed my dick in front of my wife 3 times. Dude, really? Like, you should have kept that shit to yourself. First of all, you like a man's man. Everybody look at you as a gangster. You from Compton. You was Ice Cube's bodyguard. He put you in a movie. Your career lifted off. Why are you saying some dude grabbed your dick in front of your wife 3 times? And then what did you do?
Right?
Do you not see this dude on these Spice commercials? He looks like a fucking, he can eat tanks. You stood there. So
look, his body's so ripped, he looked like he bench pressing planets. Not even
right. So I'm saying, like, and you stood there. He said, my wife held me back. Your wife couldn't hold you from sneezing. Get the fuck out of here.
You say that, but you got to think that he didn't want to do anything. One, that he might not have wanted to do anything. One, that'll ruin what he has, because dude is a caring father. Dude is really committed to what he does. So he wasn't gonna sacrifice anything for anyone.
My boss grabbed my dick. I'm smacking him. I'm smacking him off the planet. Yo, listen. Let's just. Yo, some things, you know, when my boy TripleCup hit me with this info, I'm like, you talking about Stan Lee? He probably so fucking old he can't even see his dick. Come on. And now, he said he wanted us to do this. Really? You could push Stan Lee to the fucking floor with a pinky. Stop it. Stop. Come on. He's as old as dirt. Like, I love Stan Lee. I love to see him appearing in these movies, and it's good to see my man get his just due and credit, because Marvel taking over their own thing. But come on, man. Come on. Some shit just, you like, really?
It ain't right. It ain't right.
Right.
Man.
Come on, man. Stop. Everybody wants a check. They want a quick come up. Like these strippers sleeping with basketball players. How y'all getting pregnant so quick? And the dude that's giving you $5 and he beat that night, why you ain't get pregnant from him? But you got Carmelo Anthony's baby and Dwight Howard. Really? Come on. We gotta, we men, we know what it is. We know what groupies is. I'm not saying Stan Lee is innocent, but it's like when one person start talking, everybody start chirping. Oh, me too, me too, me too, me too. How many?
Yeah, I feel you.
And I don't care about nobody's religion. Those priests was touching boys. Oh. When thousands of people say something, you gotta be like, okay. Not when
and they swept that under the rug, though, man. Yo, think about it.
Yeah, I'm not getting into that. What I'm saying is I'm just bringing up the amount of people that spoke up when that hit the farm. You understand? Yeah. Then you like, damn. Come 2 or 3 people. Yeah, Stan Lee. Oh yeah, Stan Lee told me my nipple looked good when it was showing in my shirt. Oh my God. Somebody drag her outside and shoot her. Like, come on, man. You gotta. And I don't like any men taking advantage of women. Don't ever get that twisted. But I'm just saying, some shit is just Stan Lee damn near dead, man. Stop. He ain't Hugh Hefner.
Yeah.
He ain't known for that. He ain't never. Come on.
Never,
Bill
never.
Cosby gave
You're
me
right.
a pill, so I decided to take it. And did you have a headache? No. So why did you take it? Oh, I don't know. You know why? Because Hollywood is all on drugs. All of y'all getting high. I've been to Hollywood parties. I've been to industry parties. All they do is get high. You don't know what nobody giving you. I have my boy played for the Lakers. His name is Smush Parker. He said, you know why people could be on steroids? Because they got their own pharmacy, their own doctors, and when they say, oh, this muscle hurts, take this. That's why I wasn't mad at Barry Bonds. Who knew that you rub on a steroid on your arms? Who knew that? Everybody thought you just take it in the ass. It's not the truth. When we started hearing you could put stuff under your tongue and like take lotion and put it on your body. That's a steroid? Nobody knew that until Barry Bonds. Certain things just don't make, I don't know about y'all, but it don't make no sense to me. Fuck them. Rich people, rich problems. Fuck it.
Yeah, I don't believe any of that shit as far as Stan Lee, though, man.
Yeah,
I
don't believe that shit with
just
Stan
people
Lee.
just jumping on the bandwagon in order to get paid.
Yeah.
That's how I was looking at it too.
Man.
And hey, taking one step further, it was on Facebook. I was checking, and there are people saying, "Do y'all think that people should boycott the Black Panther movie because of the stuff that's about Stan Lee with the women?" But I was reading comments. Look, I was reading comments, and 90% of the people had said, "Oh, I already got my tickets."
That shit ain't gonna do shit.
Speaking of tickets, man,
nobody want to hear none of that.
Exactly.
Like, y'all not gonna mess up this movie.
Exactly. It's coming out right before for probably one of the biggest movies of this year, besides Infinity War, because of the fact that it is an all black cast. They're trying to take and push something to get in the way of the spotlight of what's coming now. And think about this. Did you
look when they releasing it?
Exactly.
What month is that? Black History.
February.
Exactly.
Yep, Black History Month, man.
And
Right
not
on
only
time.
And then they got Kendrick Lamar doing the soundtrack. Producing the soundtrack. Come on, man.
And here's an even better sense.
Corners, yo.
Here's an even better sense. The pre-sale ticket numbers that are already coming out, and this is just the first day of them opening up, have already passed Civil War, which was also a big movie because of the fact that once everyone finally got to see Spider-Man coming back to the MCU, that shit sold.
Yeah. And you know,
it was also Black Panther's introduction into the MCU as well.
Exactly that too.
Sony financially is messed up, and we ain't talking about the PlayStation division. We talking about Sony as a company. They really didn't have them. They're really taking their money and they're being very selective on what they're putting out, like a Pacific Rim. That made them a lot of money. But when you make one Pacific Rim and 15 flops after that, you know, because they own like 15 movie studios. They've been taking their time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Sony ain't do Pacific Rim. That was Warner Brothers.
Yeah, that was Warner Brothers because that was coming from Guillermo del Toro.
But ain't that one of their companies that they dealt with?
Nah, dude.
Nah.
It was Legendary Pictures and Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Legendary got bought up by that Chinese company, Tencent. So that's why they're doing the sequel.
Right. Okay. Because I was wondering, somebody wrote an article and they were saying that Sony don't want to put out Pacific Rim because they ain't got the money. So they probably had it wrong because I know I read that shit. And I was like,
it was Warner Brothers that ain't want to do a sequel.
I love Pacific Rim. I thought that shit was dope. Had my man Hellboy in there. I don't know his name, but he plays Hellboy.
Ron Perlman.
Ron Perlman.
Yeah. Hellboy is my shit.
Hey, look, but I'm kind of looking forward to Pacific Rim with Uprising because one we get to see more of the Jaegers, like the kaiju films haven't been around for so long, and we get to see that mixed with mecha. Like, come on, dude. Like, that's probably one of the best things. And we get to see more of Boyega. Boyega has proven how talented of an actor he is, and I'm glad to see him in another good action movie.
Yeah.
And Pacific Rim is also going to have Jaeger on Jaeger action, bro.
All
right, like because there's a whole bunch of people stealing the tech, like Iron Man.
Yeah, that's going to be nice. Because I was like, when I saw the preview, I said, why are they fighting each other?
Yeah. those are like some rebel dudes that they be fighting against,
okay.
Yup, that shit is gonna
I
be
love
lit,
Pacific
bro.
Rim. I bought that shit in 3D and everything, man. That's how I'm mad the new TV's not gonna have 3D because I got a nice 3D collection. But I'm like, yo, that look dope, man. That's a good look. Triple Cup, you mad quiet. What you think, homie?
I mean, the same thing. I was over here checking on the online, but me personally, I just, you know what I'm saying, I just think that Sony is just one of those corporations that's they ain't focusing on the movies no more. They focusing on using all their movie access and putting them into their games because all their games is pretty much a movie.
Yep.
So that's what they knowing that they on games is gonna sell, and that's what our Sony money is at. Is in a game division because that's the only thing that's actually profitable for them because their movies they ain't made no profit since. But the only thing was Spider-Man, and that was because they gave that back to Marvel so they could do it for them. But so you know what I'm saying, I don't think Sony gonna do nothing.
And here's the thing that either Sony
can't hold Sony down.
Yeah,
not financially. They way bigger than PlayStation.
Yeah. But here you gotta think this too is that Sony is very cautious about what they're doing with the Spider-Man with the Spider-Man franchises.
The Spider-Verse.
Enter the Spider-Verse is gonna be dope. But here's the thing, they very cautious about what they've been doing because after what happened with the Sam Raimi films with Tobey Maguire back in the day, and then what the failure that was the Amazing Spider-Man movies, they were very cautious about doing Spider-Man again until Marvel came at them with bringing him into the MCU, and we got to see. And Tom Holland killed it. Like I love Tom Holland. I was very cautious about it right before Civil War. Civil War gave me a good hope, and then seeing Homecoming, it was phenomenal. I loved it, and I'm really glad what they're doing. But the thing is, Sony either needs to get it right on how they're gonna do their own movies, or they need to continue to work with Marvel and give them the license to make the movies. Like I know they got right now they got the Venom movie in production with old boy Tom Hardy playing Venom, which is going to be great because he would be perfect for Venom. However, it's like I understand they want to do their own Spider-Verse, but if they fall into the same pattern that they did with Sam Raimi and the same thing they did with the Amazing Spider-Man films, it's not going to go anywhere, and that's going to continue to kill it because that's what happened with Fox. Is that if they didn't sell a lot of their stuff, the prices and the cost and the money they would get on those franchises wouldn't make up. That's why, honestly, I think that's why Disney was able to get them at that $54 billion that they did to take everything, not just X-Men, not just Fantastic Four, but everything, because of the fact that those were the big things, but they wanted more. But if they didn't, they weren't going to make a cut. No, there was no one who was going to approach them with a deal well enough to get the Fantastic Four and all that. So I think that Sony needs to smarten up and continue to work with Marvel because they saw the money that Homecoming made, and they need to continue to do that, or they need to get rid of it. Because if not,
it outsold the last 5 Spider-Man movies, man.
Exactly, because it was done right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the one with the Marvel get it back too. That Australian actor's name, that shit was good, man.
Which one?
The last Spider-Man that was done by Sony. When
talking about Amazing Spider-Man 2?
Yeah, that was the last one they did.
Yeah,
not the one with Jamie Foxx. I'm not talking about the one with Jamie Foxx.
Oh, the one before that, the first Amazing Spider-Man.
Yes, it was dope.
Yeah, that one was pretty good. I liked the first Amazing Spider-Man.
Exactly, and I like Andrew Garfield because
the one with Jamie Foxx reminded me
Sam Raimi, dude. It's like the Sam Raimi movie all over again, bro.
He tried to do like the Batman neon light shit. You know
and here's the thing, man. Like Andrew Garfield was great for Spider-Man. He had the cocky attitude that was Peter in the suit. But the thing is, they didn't have the follow on the execution with the sequel. That was the problem.
Exactly, dude.
Yo, I like
too many cooks in the kitchen, man. Matter of fact, that second movie pissed me off so much because they showed you the entire fight scene for the Rhino in the trailers.
Yep.
There was no fight scene. Everything they showed in the trailer was the end of the movie. I was like, really?
Here go Lemon.
I was like, man, I felt like throwing my popcorn at the screen.
It's like a fucking mech suit. That shit was stupid.
Yeah, man.
Yo, I was like, what what the fuck is that?
Exactly, and we're seeing, and think that that's what was going to end up being with the Vulture was going to be similar to the Rhino suit. But look at what happened when they gave it to Marvel and the way that they reinvented the Vulture. The Vulture was just a dude in a costume, just an old man. That's it. But look at how they remade.
Michael Keaton was vicious, yo.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He had the alien. He had the alien tech. He made the Vulture costume something like unbelievable and was just intimidating, dude.
He's a great actor.
Exactly. Yo, the way he pulled out that gun on Peter in the car. That, yo, all right, we gotta have a talk real quick.
Yeah, when he knew he was Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, yeah, that's when he got to
exactly. He's just like, the only reason we having this is because I want to thank you for what you did. He's like, now you have two options.
Save my kid.
Go in there and give her a good time, or you come after me and
not too good of a time. Not too good of a time.
Exactly, not too good. But either you go in there and have fun, or you come after me and everyone you know dies. Just very cold, and he's just like
straight to the point.
And
he basically said,
"I'll kill you I'll kill you and everybody in your family, yo.
Yep.
I'll kill all y'all motherfuckers."
Hey, but not only that, but think about the Easter eggs that they put in that movie. We saw the Shocker, we saw the beginning of the Scorpion, we saw the Tinkerer with his boy who was making all the tech. Like, there was so many little hints there, and like
that's Marvel though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's who's doing that. That's all Marvel, buddy.
Exactly, and they know what they're doing. They know how to do it, and that's why
with a game plan.
Exactly.
You know what DC game plan is? We got to catch up to Marvel. No, you need to make a great DC movie. Marvel's too far ahead of you. They got billion-dollar movies. You can't catch up to that. What you do is you make great movies with your franchises that you have. Don't play catch up, because catch up, it's like being down by 20 in a basketball game. You're gonna waste all your resources coming back.
They decided to start making team up movies after one movie. Man of Steel. Then the next movie was already a team up with Batman, and Wonder Woman pops up at the end. I'm like, dude, really?
Yep.
It's like, they're trying to play catch up too quick without building their universe.
Right.
Just do what you need to do for your company. Don't worry about Marvel. They're on a roll, and they're punishing you. Don't be punished. Just think out your strategy and implement it well. Everybody's gonna go see your movie if it's good. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm not a DC head, but I love like special. I mean, when I went to go see fucking Jurassic Park, I left it like, did you see those dinosaurs? They're real. You know what I'm saying?
They still hold up to the day from the first Jurassic Park. They still hold up to the day.
Right.
Exactly. And because the fact that they made those specifically for the movie, those are life-size animatronics that they control, that they built back then to make them. Like, you can't, like, that was ahead of its time for that time.
And I just want DC to get their shit together, because like I said, man, those Christian Bale Batmans was gangster. You know what I'm saying? Just get back to that format and stop fucking with Marvel. Be who you are. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me no neon lights. I don't want to see fucking robots talking. Just give me a solid movie.
Like The Dark Knight.
Right, like The Dark Knight. Yo, that shit was gangster. You know what I'm saying? I just make a good movie. Like no, everybody know Bane in those movies is not no little guy. That dude like 6'5", my height. He overshadows Batman.
Yep. And
nobody was happy with that dude.
The Chris Nolan movies were good, but they couldn't fit into the DC universe though.
Yeah,
they couldn't, man. Batman would get broken the fuck up, yo.
Exactly. But here's the thing, though. The way you could say that a lot of people weren't happy with that Bane, you know, and you're right. Because Bane is that big buffed out gorilla looking dude on steroids. But here's the thing, that Tom Hardy played Bane and he killed it in that role. Yeah, he wasn't the swolled out Bane that we saw back in the 90s with
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, exactly. With Arnold Schwarzenegger. He wasn't some dumb looked and hold up brute. But the thing is, he still played Bane on what he was.
No, he did a great job. It's like the chick with Wonder Woman. She don't fit Wonder Woman stats physically, but she does a great job.
Exactly. And I think and we've seen that change in a lot of characters. They've revamped how some characters look and changed the way that they are. Because look at Logan and
Wolverine,
the
yeah, 6'4" and shit. Yo.
And
okay, I'm gonna say this. I didn't like Logan.
Oh man, now you on some shit.
No, I'm not. I can't watch my man. Logan? I can't watch my man die, son. Yo, first of all, when I saw that movie, I was in Miami on vacation. I was partying hard, drinking, partying, Lamborghini driving, going crazy. And then me and my wife went to go see Logan. I was depressed the rest of the weekend. I watched one of my favorite superheroes die.
Hey, but he went out. He went out like a boss, though.
No,
he went out like a soldier, bro.
What was killing him? Y'all know what was killing him, right?
It was adamantium.
No. See, y'all missed that.
But it was also his. It was also his healing factor.
No, it had nothing to do with him. Remember, I want you to pay attention to what I'm gonna tell you. I'm about to give you Wolverine lessons 101. First of all, the dude in the movie that was the scientist dude, right, with the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Right. He was taking a cure that was supposed to isolate the mutant gene and close it off.
No. That's what killed him in the end.
No. Let me finish. I want you to pay attention, because what happened was, in the movie they didn't portray it properly, and this is like from basically like the movie notes. Okay, what they were supposed to show you, instead of him making a cure for mutant gene and isolating that gene so it wouldn't manifest, right? Mm-hmm. They was putting the cure into everything in foods, so whoever ate it would get it without knowing. Remember the thing with the black guy, and he had the farm, and he was like corn syrup's in everything. Remember he said that,
right?
Corn syrup is in everything. The dude was putting it in corn syrup, but they never in the movie explain this properly.
Exactly.
So now everybody was like, what? They thought it was the adamantium killing. No, it was never the adamantium killing. It was.
But that's the way they portrayed it in the movie, though.
Right.
Because you're talking about the movie notes. What wasn't in the movie? We're going off about what was in the movie.
This is what I'm telling you. They didn't do it right. That's why people kept saying it was the adamantium. It was this, but it never was. And if you look at what I'm saying, they even mentioned it. They showed the cornfields when the water was broke. They had to go out there in the fields. It was all about the corn syrup. They put that gene that was supposed to put that cure that was supposed to minimize the gene in corn syrup, which is in everything. That's what killed him. The only reason he lasted so long, because when he in the movie, he's basically him and Xavier is basically the last two mutants and that fucking other dude.
Caliban.
Now, right. So what happened was, the reason he lasted so long, Wolverine, remember he pulled his blades out and he had the pus, and he was like, why are your blades doing that? Did you ever wonder? Because he had a healing factor. So his body kept trying to heal while, the gene was trying to be subdued or whatever. But that's what it was. And this is the movie notes. So I said, you motherfuckers didn't portray that in the movie. How can you put that and how can you have this big situation and you don't explain it properly? That's why people was confused. But technically, that's what happened, and that's from the movie notes. That's not
too bad they didn't portray that in the movie. They didn't. The way they did the movie, they made it seem that the adamantium was poisoning him, and yet not just the adamantium killed him, but that drug that he injected himself with at the end. That those two factors is what actually killed him and shit.
Yeah.
And he couldn't
that put him over the edge.
But that shit sound dope though. What you saying though? That shit with the corn syrup. That shit makes a lot of fucking
What I'm telling you right now was the actual plot of what they were supposed to portray, and they didn't do it right. That's what it was. Remember, the dude said, "Oh, this dude is the reason all the mutants is gone." They even said it in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I said, they had the scene with the black family with the dude with the cornfields, and he was like, "Oh, corn syrup's and everything."
Yeah.
But I had to watch somebody bring up the notes, explain it, and then I said, now it makes sense.
Oh, I understood it the way they portrayed it, but that one makes a lot more sense. Yeah. I don't know why they ain't fully show
right.
that.
They didn't do it right.
They should have flushed it out a little bit more.
Yeah, they should.
Hey, let's go ahead and get to this next topic about Black Lightning. You know what I'm saying? I know people came here tonight to hear a little bit about Black Lightning because you know the show about to premiere in the next week, and I want to know y'all impressions. You know what I'm saying? Did y'all get the opportunity to see the actual character and the costume? How they gonna portray him? And what do y'all think about it? I'm just going to start off with the costume. Y'all think that they overdid it, or y'all think that it's dead on? Start with you, Knuckles.
Me, I personally think that the Black Lightning costume is phenomenal. I think it's probably one of the better portrayals of how that classic costume is. If it was modernized, if it looked real, like it's perfect in the way it is. And seeing that scene when they first kind of showed him off is great. You know, I'm glad that we're starting to see these diverse ethnic heroes come out. You know, with him and Black Panther, we have the first real black heroes coming out. We've seen it with Vixen showing up on the Arrow show. The way that they redid Iris for the Flash is great, man. Black Lightning is going to be phenomenal. I have high hopes for it. I know right now it's not in the Arrowverse, but I know if it does well, like it's going to, that they're going to bring it over as another universe.
Right, probably in season 2 they're gonna probably combine them. So what about you, Colada? So what you think about the uniform, the get, and how they present?
Yo, that shit is dope. It's dope. I love the way it lights up too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. that when he be fighting, that electricity that he be leaving in the aftermath, like it's like, dude, that looks dope. It looks phenomenal, man. That's been on my radar since I seen the trailer back last year and shit when they first showed it.
Yeah,
that game is just gonna be
Comic-Con, right? Yeah, at the Comic-Con.
Yep, at the Comic-Con, man. And then the way they portrayed the entire family. You know what I'm saying? And the stuff with the gangsters just messing around in the neighborhood and the whole nine. I mean, it really got me stoked, man. You know what I'm saying? And then there's another, like Bloody was saying, man, there's like, you know, another ethnic character and whatnot that's out there. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, because this is the day and age we live in and whatnot. People want more ethnic things. You know what I'm saying? People don't just want, you know, just regular white people and whatnot, because that's not the world we live in today. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I hope with this, we're going to see more, because, like, there's some great Asian heroes out there. And hell, we need to see more natives. Like, they could bring back Apache Chief, but they could redo him for a newer modern era. It's not just going to be an Indian who can be dope, man. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing a whole bunch of other characters, man. I wouldn't mind that Puerto Rican chick from Marvel Comics, the White Tiger.
Yeah, hell, look at this. We got Blue Beetle showing up at Young Justice, man. Straight Mexicano over there.
Mexican, yo, that's what's up.
I don't know who Blue Beetle is.
Oh, you don't know Blue Beetle?
Nah, son.
He's an Injustice too, yo.
Yeah, I know he is, but I didn't. When they introduced him, I was like, "Who the fuck is that?"
He used to come out. He used to come out in the cartoons, Young Justice, though, like Bloody said, and Young Justice is getting the 3rd season.
Yep, it's coming out on Netflix this summer. But to give you an idea on who Blue Beetle is, there was originally a scientist who was the Blue Beetle first, but the one that everyone knows is
Ted Kord.
Yep, Ted Corpus. But right now, everyone knows Reyes. And what it is that he was a little Mexican boy down in the southern states in New Mexico who was outside of a laboratory when there was an explosion, and he was caught in it. And when he found it, that he found this little blue backpack looking thing, and when he grabbed it, it clawed onto his back and kind of injected itself right into him. When it started talking to him, it's actually an advanced AI from outer space. Wow. And it took him on because of the fact that his previous owner had passed away, so it needed a new person to hold up the mantle of Black Beetle, and he took on him. But the Blue Beetle is not only just the boy, but it's also the AI in the backpack that helps to give him his powers.
Yeah, it's on his back.
Yeah, so
that's some good education right there, because I didn't know who he was. I was like, damn, DC got some weird characters. It was like,
he making a come up. So what about you, Dragon? What you think about the Black Lightning, the suit and stuff? What you think the character, how it looks?
Okay, first of all, that's another character I didn't know about, and from the previews I saw, it intrigued me because he looks solid, and I don't care if he was white, black, purple, whatever. the preview was just dope, man, and I'm looking forward to that. Like I said, anything DC has shown in terms of characters, I've been hyped because they've been doing a great job with weaker characters and great writing. So I'm really interested in where they're gonna take this character, and I'm excited, man. I'm excited for what they're bringing. I like that.
Oh yeah. There's another thing I need to point out. In Black Lightning, not only is it going to be about Black Lightning, people don't see it coming, but if you notice from the trailers, his daughters have powers.
Yeah.
Right? His daughters have powers. And in the comic books, his daughters are Thunder and Lightning.
Yep.
All right. So
Like that.
it's actually one show called Black Lightning, but trust me, it's going to be the Trinity eventually.
It looks
Right?
good.
It's going to be
I
him,
agree.
Thunder,
Like-
and Lightning.
And
They show him like coming out of retirement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
exactly.
Get back in shape, and I'm tired of these superheroes. Like the Incredibles. I'm going to be an Incredible, and then they just beat the hell out of you all day. Even though I love the Incredibles, but I see them have some type of uphill battle. You know what I'm saying? Even in Batman versus Superman, when Batman was fucked up, and he was like, "You can't keep that up." He was like, "I'm gonna try, whatever." But Batman was beat up in there. You want to see a superhero take a little beating. You don't want him to be unstoppable. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
True that.
And what's great about it is we've kind of seen now with the start of each of the different, especially with all the Arrowverse shows, that everyone had a different beginning. We saw with Ollie and the Green Arrow show that he had been on this island for 5 years, and over the past few seasons, we've seen what happened and kind of made him why as soon as out the gate he was this ripped up dude just ready to go. But he went through a lot. And now in the Flash, we saw Barry right as he woke up out of his coma, and he's first coming to terms with his powers, and he's still learning more about it as he goes. We're seeing that growth, and now we're seeing a retired superhero coming back into it, like we're seeing all over, and that's phenomenal, dude. We're seeing the birth of every subgenre and every starting point for superheroes, and seeing them all come together. Like, that's awesome.
They're doing it well.
Exactly.
They're doing it well, man. Because I'm telling you, I love to see the diversity in the character. I don't, somebody come out and just be kicking ass, and you're like, oh well, he's gonna come and he's gonna punch everybody in slow motion. It's like they got him growing into the character. Even when I watched the Spider-Man, I was like, God damn, why are they doing the Teenage Spider-Man recruited by Iron Man and Shield? That means he's gonna be Spider-Man in training. Nobody want to be seeing Spider-Man in training, but how they portrayed it,
exactly.
You grow into the character. You care about him growing up. You care about his new abilities or learning his ability. Like one of my main things, and I did this on my channel, is they showed the Spidey sense in the new Infinity War for the first time.
Yep.
Dope. We never.
No, we haven't. And the way they do it is different. It's different. It's not always. It's all his hair standing on end that sends him into another jolt.
Yeah, he doesn't hear. There's no cue in the background that he hears anything. You know what I'm saying? Like the way they did in the Sam Raimi movies. Because if you look at Civil War, he moved out of the way of certain things without fucking even seeing it.
He did whip Captain America's ass, though.
Yeah, but here's the thing too that I want to throw at you, Dragon. Look at this too. With the way that they did Spider-Man, look at it this way too: is not only did we just see the teenage Spider-Man, and he was being taken under Iron Man's in the training. However, they did point out that he had already been doing this. We kind of saw him doing the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man thing in the beginning because that's what Tony was telling him. We're not. Exactly. We didn't see him that full origin. It's already been established. We know what's going on. And they went from there. They showed his roots. And at the end of the movie, too, we saw that. He's like, you know what? I'm going to continue to be friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And he's going to stay on the ground. That's what Spider-Man is. Spider-Man has always been a B hero. Yeah, he's gotten caught up in the big conflict of the universe and in the cosmic side of Marvel. But the thing is, he's always just been a street level, just like Iron Fist. Like
has beat Hulk. He has.
Yeah.
He beat Hulk twice.
But he doesn't get involved in all that. He always stays grounded there in New York. He doesn't try to go overboard with it, and that's what I love.
But he beat Hulk by giving him the flu.
No, he beat Hulk by letting Hulk beat himself. He can't physically handle him, so he just kept running from him, and Hulk got frustrated and quit. That's how he beat him both times.
Yo, I got an issue where he beat the Hulk by giving the Hulk the flu, bro. The Hulk passed out.
I don't even know about that one. Yo, the Hulk is a weird situation, man.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
when you read a Hulk comic book, they know he's so powerful. Sometimes it's like they just knock Hulk out. I'm like, how the fuck you knock the Hulk out? Like that don't even make sense. You know,
like distract him and shit. Make him calm down.
You know, let me whisper in his ear real quick. But you can't really defeat. He knocked out Galactus. Galactus eat planets. You don't get bigger than that. You know what I'm saying?
But like you said, is that they distract him like they did in Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The Hulk looked at everything around him and he like calmed down, like, damn, look what I did, yo. This is messed up. You know what I'm saying? Right there, Tony just
look. In Thor Ragnarok, Thor said, I beat you. He said, that don't sound right. He was like, nah, that don't sound right. He can't fucking beat the Hulk. Get the fuck out. Hulk killed that motherfucker twice in the comic book. Odin was like, leave him alone. You ain't getting 3 chances. I mean, but you see why we laughing? Because Marvel keep that comedy. You know what I'm saying? It's a serious situation, but they got good writers, man. That's what they got.
It's a balance of the up and down.
Yo, if they can make Ant-Man work, they can make anything work, bro.
Shit, I hate it.
No, hang on. No, I loved Ant-Man because of the fact that
Ant-Man was the shiznit, yo.
I like the way that they switched up because it wasn't Hank Pym. I like the way that
that's what pissed me off. I don't know anything for nothing else.
Exactly, but the thing is, it was still Hank who gave Scott the suit.
No,
but I think Scott Lang, with the way that he was portrayed by Paul Rudd, was the much needed change up for the Ant-Man that it needed. I loved the way that they switched up the character and did it because look at it with Night Nurse, bro, in the Netflix shows. Night Nurse is being played by Claire Temple. Claire Temple was just a nurse at the hospital. The original Night Nurse is the one who was dating Doctor Strange. Right. That's Night Nurse. But they switched it up, and there's nothing wrong with that. Scott Lang taking over as Ant-Man in the movie has done significant wonders for that character.
Okay,
I agree. Scott Lang was also Ant-Man, though, in the regular comic books for a minute, though. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that situation. But you got to realize this on my perspective. I don't know Ant-Man for being anything but Hank Pym character. So when that happened, I was like, "This not the story," because I don't.
Yeah, he's like, "Who this dude?"
Right, I don't pay attention to him. So I'm
jarring.
You'll be amazed. You're Asian now.
But I think that's what's needed though. Is we need that switch,
a refresh look, right?
Exactly.
And the movie was good. I didn't say it wasn't good. I just didn't understand the story. I was like,
but think about this. They still gave you that tease that Hank Pym created the suit way back in the day. Yeah. But he just never actually put it.
And the wasp suit. They
showed and the wasp, and we
he used to go on adventures with it and do things. They showed how he did that. And they were saying how his wife got lost because she got
yeah, she coming back. That's Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, but they were saying that she got lost because they used to be a team. They used to be a team back in the day.
But I'm saying that we see that foundation that it was Hank Pym and it was like, yo man, this I want to know, but it was cool because it was just a shakeup because it's messing with your perception and giving you something new. But they still treated you too because Hank Pym was still guiding Scott, teaching him about
he was.
Yo, he came off like Splinter Cell when he went to return the suit. I was like, look at this dude. I'm serious. He got up into that house like nothing, came back out. Cops pulled up. He's like, oh, no, my bad. I put it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a thief. Yeah. Hey, so speaking about that thieving on riding, do y'all think that Black Lightning, they trying to push it to come out like in February or right now to ride the hype train of
Black Lightning comes out
next week.
Yeah. Oh, I say in January, but see, right now is the time for everybody gonna be talking about Black Panther, so it's gonna be riding that wave.
Yeah, it's on
and and there's nothing wrong with that because now's the perfect time. Right? It's the perfect time because one, you have Flash and Arrow coming back next week too. So you're putting them in a time slot between two of the big shows. Give them a foundation right at the time when you have another big black superhero coming out. And Black Lightning was big in the comics because even if you look at
Batman, he was on the Super Friends, bro.
Exactly. Like,
I don't remember that.
If you look in the comments,
yo. Super Friends ran for 13 seasons, yo. 13 years Super Friends was on the air.
yo,
That's crazy, bro. With new episodes every year.
And look at Bratman Brave and the Bold. They showed Black Lightning in there in one episode. Like, Black Lightning's been around, he just was never noticed. Like, a lot of these other superheroes that were coming out have always been around. They just never got the recognition that they deserve now.
Yeah, imagine the Super Friends had Firestorm when he was white.
Yep. Because that was still when it was Ronnie. Ronnie and Dr. Side.
Yep.
And then look at what they did. They switched it up and added Jackson there, made him a little young black dude, and it worked. Like, Jax was perfect counter to Stein.
Hell yeah.
Hey, who y'all think gonna replace Firestorm and Legends of Tomorrow?
Well, right now, when Legends comes back in February, we know that the first 2 or 3 episodes is going to be the story arc with John Constantine.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for that because, dude,
hell yeah.
I'm excited for that because Ryan plays such an amazing John Constantine. He's probably the best rendition that we have of the Hellblazer. Yes. He has the personality, the charisma, and matches the look. Yeah, he has the look.
Matches the look and the way he talks. Yo, that's the way you've always read John Constantine. He talks like that.
That very sarcastic, dry British accent.
Yep.
And think about it too. He wasn't done. Yeah, the show ran for 1 season. However, CW,
it is because it was on NBC, man. Exactly. If it would have been on the CW, that shit would have still been going.
And we see that because the natural. Exactly, because the fact that when they brought it over on the crossover with Arrow, that was their highest viewed episode. And now we're seeing that they have all the streaming rights for the first season because it's on CWC. That Ryan is still going to be playing the character because he worked with Warner Brothers doing the Justice League Dark movie. That John Constantine's getting an animated series along with Vixen and the Ray on the CW seed. And he's going to always be available to do live actions. Like, he's not giving up the role. And I'm glad that they're still using him because we saw the live action Vixen character, who's the voice actor as well. And of course we had the Ray, who's also doing the voice actor. Like, it's phenomenal to see all those characters that are coming up and getting recognition, still being around, still being able to do animated, and still being able to come into the live action, that they're not being tossed away in one-offs. That's the best thing about it.
Yo, I hope that actually brings more like attention to the character, and CW actually green light to John Constantine's show.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen too. But you still ask who you think gonna take over the role of Firestorm on Legends of Tomorrow?
If they had to fill it in, I think they might bring over the Ray for a little bit. I honestly think so. But we know that they brought back Captain Cold too, so that might be a trade out as well.
Oh, and keep him?
Yeah, now that they brought back Captain Cold and Firestorm Life, I think it's good to have the new Captain Cold around. I always liked the way that he plays Captain Cold. I liked his serious snarkiness before, but I liked the way that and I like the way he switched it up too. Now he's
mad when
optimistic.
Right, but they knew they can go back in time and grab him. No.
DC is known for one thing: the multiverse.
Yeah.
Yes.
They always correct all their problems with the multiverse.
Yes, they do. Hey, it works. Or Flashpoint. Either or. Take your poison.
So Crisis on Earth X was dope as hell, man.
Oh yeah, yes.
A little history lesson. The original Flash, the dude that was his father, that was the original Flash.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
They stopped that series back then. It was $33 million an episode for those special effects. $33 million.
Yep. And we saw him play his dad, and then as soon as they finished the Zoom series, guess who came back? He picked up as Jay Garrick, the original Flash. So they had him do a double take on that Easter egg.
Because the Flash series back in the days, I don't know who really watched it. I was running home every day to see that. It was dope. But at $33 million an episode, they couldn't afford it. At that time.
I don't think it was 33 million, yo. No. Need to check that out.
No. It was 33 million, my dude.
Dude, Deadpool costed 56 million, man, to make an entire movie.
Say it again.
Deadpool costed $56 million to make the entire movie.
That's now, with the new CG and all that. We talking about way back.
Nah, trust me, we're gonna have to Google that, bro. We're gonna have to Google that. I don't believe 33 million in that episode. That was bankrupt a network, yo.
That's why it didn't last long.
Oh, speaking about shows, hey, on the CW, I don't know if anybody see, but it is a little treasure that you can find on the show. I'm on the episode 3 right now, so I can't say the whole season good, but so far so good. Blade
on what?
On CWC, they got a Blade series. I just stumbled
Blade
on the
series.
Blade.
Yes, Blade on the CWC. Matter of fact, I downloaded the app on my.
But is it the anime?
No, it's a live action TV
Not talking
series.
about the shit
Oh yeah. The one with sticky fingers.
Nigga, that's old.
That's old.
That's old.
Yeah, that's from back, and that's from Spike TV.
Yeah. No, but that was the shit. It was good, and they canceled it.
Yeah, because I'm watching it now. Like, man, I ain't never even.
It was good. No, watch the whole series.
Yeah, because it must. How some shows get overlooked.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Man, it's on the season now.
See, that got canceled for the same reasons Flash got canceled. The budget was too high.
Yeah, the budget was too high. Mm-hmm. And it showed how Blade. He had homies that was like his brothers. They all had the tattoos, and they came back for that motherfucker. Said he turned on them. That was a gangster series. That shit was gangster. I'm
glad I'm still watching it.
Yeah, watch that. Put that in your show notes. That's some shit right there.
Yeah. So what about you, Collider? I don't know, Legends of Tomorrow. Who you think should fill a role? Because Firestorm gone, both of them gone. One gone to have kids.
I know, man. That shit broke my heart, yo.
Yeah.
I kind of figure the Ray, like the way Bloody was saying. I have a feeling the Ray will come back and whatnot. And they also left it open for Captain Cold as well. So if anything, both them dudes and whatnot.
Captain Cold is back. He left his Earth. Yeah, he's back.
Yeah,
he stayed with them, as a matter of fact. Yeah, he stayed with them. The Ray's the one that stayed over there. So, yeah, Captain Cold will be the one that's already there with them already.
Y'all forgetting about Wally West. He got to go somewhere as well. Think what he going to end up at Young Justice or Legends of Tomorrow?
Well, he stated that he was going to take some time away back and forth. And I honestly think that if they're going to do anything with them, because there's still the talks of the Titans live action, I think depending on what happens with that, I think it would be the perfect time for Wally to help kind of set the foundations for the Titans East. Because remember that what they're doing in the Titan show, that's Titans East. It's not Titans Central and Bloodhaven. It's the Titans East, which is founded by Wally West, Blue Beetle, and a couple of the others.
Well, I'm about to get disrespectful.
Well, they showed like Robin already in costume, Hawk and Dove in costume.
To get rid of Wally. Did you see what the fuck they did to his hair? I'm not.
I thought I was going to
get rid of him. Delete that motherfucker from fucking DC history. He got a super perm.
Man, I don't know what they did him there.
I'm about to call that nigga Big Worm. that shit crazy. We're not doing that shit. I'm like, why this motherfucker got straight hair? He had an afro last season. Fuck is he?
The only thing with Titans though is that it's going to be on a different streaming service or something. That DC All Access.
I think it's going to be DC All Access, but I also believe that it's going to be on TNT if it's still going on, unless they switch the stations after.
Nah, yeah, TNT's not doing it now. There's going to be on the streaming service.
On a new streaming
service. Same thing for Young Justice. Young Justice was supposed to come out on Netflix, but now it's going to come out on DC All Access as well.
Y'all still trying not to talk about this dude Perm, huh?
Nah.
Me personally, I had nothing wrong with the hair. I had nothing wrong with it.
What kind of hair you got? Your hair straight?
Yeah, I got long straight hair.
It figures.
Hey, whoa, calm down there, sir.
There's nothing wrong with long straight hair, but not when it's processed. It's like a 5 heartbeat. You know, like James Brown on steroids right now.
It don't fit him.
Find myself. It don't fit him. It looks weird. I don't know what he probably did that in his personal time, and he came back. They was like, "What the fuck you done did?"
Right.
Well, I got famous. I need to do something. No, you don't. Get a Caesar, motherfucker. Get some clippers.
cut that shit off.
Yo,
But, hey, look,
that shit crazy.
yeah, that shit was crazy. Hey, look, hey, we got this one thing that we do before we get up out of here, because I know what I'm saying it's late, you know what I'm saying? I know everybody got life to live, got to do stuff. Some people just want to go play games, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, we all got things to do. So, you know what I'm saying, I want to before we leave here, I know that Knuckles and you Dragon, y'all haven't been on the show, but what we do is I call it off with your head segment. It's pretty much you got two characters and they're gonna end up who you'll think will win out of the one other character, and whoever person say win, person that lose get the, you know what I'm saying, we say that's who's off with their head. So this week here, you know what I'm saying, we intelligent gentlemen on the panel, you know what I'm saying. So I just want to bring some people with that's smart to the fight. So if you have let's say MODOK and the Thinker, who would y'all think will give a better fight to Brainiac?
MODOK or the Thinker?
You used to go with MODOK?
Yeah.
All right, what about you?
MODOK, that big head motherfucker, and the Thinker.
He's a genius. The Thinker is more like local. It's like if you play basketball, one dude in the NBA, one dude is at Rucker. I'm going with the dude in the league. Fuck that.
NBA.
See, I would say MODOK only because you got to think with MODOK. One, that's kind of what he was built for, as well as the fact of he has his own full-on organization that's running guns,
all kind of shit.
As a matter of fact, they came out in Marvel already. That's another thing. That's another seed they laid. AIM. Advanced Idea Mechanics. That already came out in the Marvel MCU.
Yep. So MODOK, I would honestly
is a beast.
So I think MODOK is this dude, man. Because they haven't showed him in the trailers. Oh, dude that plays Tyrion from the Game of Thrones movies.
Oh, you're talking about Pete Dinklage.
Yeah. The guy that plays Tyrion and whatnot, he's been cast in Marvel Infinity War. I'm thinking that's MODOK, bro.
Hold on, I got one thing to say. Triple, before you go, I want to ask this panel a serious question. But go ahead.
All right, that's cool. All right, so far everybody said MODOK. So out of MODOK and Brainiac, who would y'all think win?
Brainiac.
Yeah, so
Brainiac, yo.
As smart, you gotta think.
Brainiac is artificial intelligence.
So y'all don't think MODOK could
no
at all?
No.
Nah. See, if there's one man who's comparable to Dr. Doom in the DC universe, it's Brainiac, because it's Lex Luthor's a smart dude. He's almost as smart and as playing the long game as much as Vandal Savage. Vandal Savage is a man who has all the time in the world and will play the eternal long game. Lex Luthor's as smart and knows how to play the long game at the same time. That's why they both probably the smartest dudes in there that could probably go at. So Brainiac would definitely do it.
All right, well, MODOK, even though he ain't nothing but a head, it got to come off.
You got to cut him at the ankles.
He better got ankles and toes, huh?
Just push him out the chair, he'll be all right.
But he got a lot of weapons. But yeah, man. Hey, gentlemen. Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Dragon. You had the announcement.
I got one thing. First of all, thank y'all for having me. I hope I'll get invited again. This shit was crazy. It's good to have a nerdgasm with dudes that having nerdgasms with you, because I'm alone over here in New York. Motherfuckers can't keep up with my nerdgasms. But I want to ask this panel a serious question, and this shit got me fucked up. What do y'all think about Game of Thrones first episode of the last season in 2019? Please give me some of that. I need to really know.
Oh man, I'm hurting for it. After season 7 ended, I was like, man, I don't want to wait. And when they said it was not coming out till 2019, I was like, a whole fucking year without it. Come on.
And did you feel like, again, because we waited for the last season, same shit. They had storms, the weather, fucking, I guess the sun didn't set on the right day. They was like, fuck it. But I'm just saying, after he done slept with his aunt, or relative, whatever the fuck you want to call her. We peeped the dragon, peeped them out, or whatever. I'm just saying, do you think they really need a year and 9 months not to give us Game of Thrones? I mean, like, do you think they're gonna lose their crowd?
No.
No, they ain't gonna lose their crowd.
I think honestly one thing that'll do is the wait will honestly only push more people to want to view, and once that goes live. Because think about this. We already know that it's going to be short. It's only going to be 7 episodes. However, they're going to be even longer than we've already seen, because I think some of them are going to be pushing close to an hour and a half, just like we saw with season 8 or season 7. So they're going to make them a little bit longer. So I think what they're doing is they're putting out the weight and pushing it out as far as they are to get more people more hyped for it, because as soon as they put out that first trailer, as soon as they put out that first episode, you know everyone's going to be clawing for it.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's true.
I'm one of those dudes, but I'm like, that's a long fucking wait. It's like, even I watch Power, right? And that's every summer. I don't want Power to ever end, because the writing is excellent. The actors are doing a fantastic job. And it's always like, when you think the shit is at the wall, they got a new wall and there's new shit on it. You know what I'm saying? That's what Game of Thrones do. You know what I'm saying? Walking Dead has lost that edge for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they starting to lose it for me.
Yeah, they dragging it too much. But it's like, 2019, I'm like, what the fuck, man? I'm gonna be like 40 something else plus. Like, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck? I'm gonna be a senior citizen before the next episode comes. And even my wife, she was like, you heard about Game of Thrones? I was like, yeah, 2019. She was like, what the fuck are we gonna do till then? And Power's not till the summer. I said, I guess we're gonna be I don't know. We'll figure it out. But I think they, because even with like Walking Dead, right? Let's just be serious. They don't finish a season. They're given seasons in halves. Even with Scandal and the other show that black lady made.
How to Get Away with Murder.
Yeah, that one and the other one. They give you like halves of it, and they stretching it. You understand? To make 2 seasons, whereas you watch The Simpsons, you're getting 15 episodes per season. These motherfuckers giving you 6, and they give you another 6, which is still 1 season, but they splitting it in months. The Walking Dead, you get right to the point. Like Negan was fighting. Oh my god,
the preacher.
No. What's his name? The main character for Rick. Negan was fighting Rick, and he had a baseball bat. Rick
they got
had
those
the
mid-season finales and shit.
And I'm like, yeah, Rick popped that nigga. He punched Rick out the window. I said, what the fuck just happened? Rick is gangster. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like, dun, 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 dun. Come in February, we'll have. I'm like, February, motherfucker, it's October. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. Game of Thrones, that's a disappointment for me.
That's what TV's starting to do these days, because they got a show out like Rick and Morty. Man, they doing that same thing. They'll drop a
new routine,
maybe 3 years.
New routine, man, and it doesn't work for me. It don't work. And it's like they keep you on a cliffhanger, and people on
Facebook, that Christmas break and shit.
Right, shit, Christmas super break. It's like everybody, I hit Facebook, they killed Ghost's daughter. I'm like, oh yeah, them niggas about to kill somebody. Now him, Ghost, Tommy and 50 get together. Kanan. I'm like, yeah, we about to get busy. They looking at the other dude like, yeah, we gonna get this dude. Dun, 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 dun. It's
that's the way I do feel like that.
Next summer. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't watch.
More or less like the way the Matrix Reloaded finished.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You saw Agent Smith on the ship, and everybody was like, "What?" Like,
yup.
And then he wake up
and shit had people mad in the theater, yo.
Right?
They was like, this way Edge, get the fuck out, yo.
I just wanted to know how y'all felt about that, man, because I know I'm hurt.
Yeah, we with you. Yeah, we with you on that.
I normally watch them when they come out on Netflix. When you got the whole season, that's what I'll just like fucking burn through it in like a day or so.
I mean,
thanks for having me, y'all. Triple Cup. That's what I'm talking about. Nerdgasms, baby. Nerdgasms.
Yeah, that's the word for the day. But man, appreciate you, Dragon, for coming on. Appreciate you, Knuckles. You know what I'm saying? Collider. Man, we had a good time. Everybody in the live chat, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all for rocking out with us. You know what I'm saying? Conversating back and forth. Everybody that's going to watch this show later on, man, I appreciate y'all for checking us out. You know what I'm saying? Like, subscribe to all our channels. You know what I'm saying? Retweet this here because we want to keep this going. We want to bring something different. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about no console war. You know what I'm saying? We all like gaming. We all like technology. And we all like our comics. So, you know what I'm saying? This is the Heroic Vibration Podcast, and we out, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Peace out.